Alright, so last episode I can see here we're talking Man United in a big game in the Premier League for a host to hopefully keep pace with Manchester City at the top of the table. And we've got a big win here up against, if I'm not mistaken, with Matt Solz making some great saves here to keep us ahead in this one. I believe we do actually win this game. You can see Solz here making another great save to keep us ahead and keep us on track to win this game. I do believe we do win this game. Yes, we do. And up against Tottenham here, we stepped up again. And unfortunately, Elanga made a massive miss there. And then Trafford in goal for this game made an incredible double save there to keep us level in this one. And we countered over the other end later in the game. And Hudson-Odoi scored this great goal to make it 1-0 to put us in the lead. Obviously, these games that you're watching right now, we're in the hopes of keeping pace. And Man City at the top of the table, because in this episode we're going to be fighting for the Premier League title. And a great today by Trafford again to keep us ahead. Now Morgan gets right up against Wolves here. Scored a great free kick, I believe, against the Wolves, if I'm not mistaken. Was it Crystal Palace? No, it's Crystal Palace, sorry, in the FA Cup semi-final. I saw a yellow kit and kind of thought of Wolves for some reason. But we pick up a fairly comfortable win here against Crystal Palace to head forth into the FA Cup final. Now let's get into the Season 1 finale and hopefully win the quadruple. And to kick off the Season 1 finale, we're going to take on AS Roma here in the Europa League semi-finals first. You're going to see the first leg will be at home at the City ground up against TREBLE and co at Roma. And also, in today's episode, we're going to face Arsenal in the final of the FA Cup. As you saw last episode, they took on Crystal Palace and got through to the final of the FA Cup here. And obviously, we're also looking to keep pace and possibly win the league title here. As you can see, we're 3 points back with a game in hand, with some fairly favourable fixtures for us to go for the end of the season. The hardest one will be obviously up against Chelsea to end the season off with, so that'll be the hardest game that we do have coming up in the Premier League. But also we could obviously win a quadruple, because we also did win the Carabao Cup previously this season. So let's get into the first game against Roma here, and hopefully starting episode with a big win up against a very, very good Roma team here. Hopefully we can do what we did, I believe, last time we faced them and beat them again here. So if I'm not mistaken, I think we did face Roma. But they've got a pretty good team this time. Fabian Schär, they've got quite a Manicone as well. They've also signed Iñaki Williams from what I saw. Here's a chance there for Chris Wood early on here to make it 1-0. And Chris Wood does so. 4.5 minutes into the semi-final first at the City ground. Chris Wood grabs maybe his 20th goal of the season. Is towards the 20-year marks anyway. Around the 20th mark, he's got like 13 assists as well. He's had an insane season for us in the striker role. He scores here less than 5 minutes in to the semi-final first leg and makes it 1-0. Beats Kevin Trapp in net and puts us 1-0 up here in this game. But there's a long way to go. And Roma have a very, very good team. We've got to try and stop them from scoring goals. But hopefully we can score more ourselves here. And there's one of those players in Dybala, but there's Gibbs White stealing the ball off him. So hopefully this one he can be a bit more lively. But Gibbs White here to Wood. Wood over the top, blocked by Hummels, and that should be handball for a penalty there, but I turn it off because it's a bit mental in this game where you do have that on for penalties as well. The system doesn't really work that well, so unfortunately that's where it kind of doesn't benefit us having it off. Ball into Solomakers there. Solomakers, the Belgian, across here to Dovvik. And they're back level. Martin Dovvik, the former Girona striker here, puts them back level in this one. It's good play. I tried to move Murillo back over to block the shot, but unfortunately couldn't do so. And Trafford in there had no chance to save that one there. There goes Iñaki. There's Ola Aina stopping him. No, look that from him. Aina in here to Hudson-Odoi. Into Elanga. Elanga's first time shot wide of the post. Here goes Elanga. Elanga to Gibbs White. In here to Hudson-Odoi. Hudson-Odoi to make it 2-1. He shoots and it's denied by Kevin Trapp in net. It's always a player that I struggle to defend against in this game. Dybala. Dovvik. Great defender from Ronaldo. Danilo Somoda as well. Oh no, I'm liking this Manicone. Here's Iñaki using his pace. Ball into the box looking for Dovvik. He takes it down. Diamande got blocked low. Just stop him from scoring there. We've got a game on our hands here. Ball into the box. Headed wide by Dovvik there. Gibbs White. Chris Wood is in here. Chris Wood. It's up in Elanga would have made the run across him there, but he didn't do so. Right here. Elanga this time makes a run forward. Elanga here. Can he score? Maybe Trapp makes a save and it's cleared. He's literally stopped Elanga from doing anything in this game. Hudson-Odoi, looked at from him. He's still going here, to the door. There's got nothing on for him. No, Chris Wood is open. No, Chris Wood finds the top corner and puts us back in the lead. Now, man who scored the first goal scores the second. It's great weather for Hudson Odoi. I couldn't take the shot, the angle wasn't favourable, so I cut back and looked for the pass. And right here I thought I messed up the attack, but luckily Chris Wood was wide open. One touch, sets it and puts it into the top corner. A great finish there from him and puts us back ahead in this game. Straight from kick-off there, using the kick-off glitch to his advantage here. But there's Ola Aina, great defending. He's been so good in this game so far. There's the ball up. Ball in. Header cleared by Diamande. Now Alanga here. Should the pace and pretty much everyone in this team. We are deep in this game though, so it's going to be a bit tight. But Chris Wood, lovely move by him there. He's got room to get another shot away. And Chris Wood makes it free and gets a hat-trick for himself in the Europa League semi-final. First leg here at the City Ground. The 33-year-old New Zealand striker has put us two ahead, 3 goals on the night for himself. It's great work there from Alanga, great patience and great dribbling, and that finish from Chris Wood is unbelievable. The defence of Roma split wide open. Hummels couldn't come across in time. Chris Wood just blasts it into the top corner. But speaking of Alanga, here he goes. Alanga. But Evan Ndika, great defender. We know how good he can be as well. We've used him in this game, I believe in the Atletico Madrid series. Good defending there though. And here's Chris Wood again, looking to grab a 4th goal maybe. Chris Wood, every ball he hits ends up in the back of the net in this game so far. That one, I just hit because I knew Ndika would have caught him up and didn't have anything else on to do. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to take the shot. And Kevin Trapp in net was beaten again by a wonderful strike there from Chris Wood. He's got 4 goals in this game. Gives White with another assist. And Chris Wood knows that next season we're going to replace him in the first team striker role. So he's going out with a bang. And could possibly see us win a quadruple this season. And we could get more goals in this game now. Gives White. Oh, I love that from Alanga. He's finally got himself a bit of space at Alanga. Makes it 5. And that would be great for the confidence of Anthony Alanga, who last episode didn't get any goal contributions. He gets one here. And he celebrates in front of Forest Faithful. It's 5-1 here. The game's done. We're Europa League finalists. A Berber spin there. Beats Evan Ndika. And Alanga there, low-driven shot into the bottom corner. Kevin Trapp was expecting to go across goal. But Anthony Alanga knew that the angle wasn't favourable for him. Kevin Trapp went with the wrong foot. If he went with his left ear, he probably would have saved it. But he puts it into the bottom corner. And puts us 4 goals in the lead, 5 goals up. Well, in this game, I should say. And another day, we lose this game in the first half. Because, not Dybala, because they were the better team. But here goes Alanga. And Chris Wood blocks it by Ndika. We're going to get a free kick here. Gives White last episode did score a free kick. Can he score another one here? And Morgan gives White here. He's got a bunch of assists this game. I can't really see the line because it's up against a White kit, but Morgan gives White here to hopefully put this one in the top left-hand corner here. He hits it, and it's 6. And Morgan gives White. Last episode scored a free kick. Does the same again this episode. We have 6 goals. Well, we scored 6 with 5 goals up. And this game has run away from Roma. European nights at the City Ground hit different. And Morgan gives White hits free kicks differently. Kevin Trapp nowhere near it. It's not the best free kick in terms of placement. But it's a good free kick that goes into the back of the net. It's an awkward one for the keeper. It's a great free kick and we just... Roma... They say Rome wasn't built in a day. But we destroyed Rome in a night. That's what I will say. And the game should be over. Trafford clears it. A 6-1 victory for Forest. destroying Rome. Chris Wood, 4 goals and 5 shots. What a game he had. Gibbs White as well. Alanga's back to his best. Everyone played great in this game. And on another night, this game goes to the wire. This game goes to the second leg. Because Roma in the first half were great. The second half, we hit our stride, we hit our form. And we dominated them. As you can see, Gibbs White and Chris Wood shared them at the match award technically in terms of the ratings. Alanga's up there. Hudson-Odoi does us better. Same with our defenders, they deserve better ratings. A 6-1 victory. And we're through to the Europa League final. And we'll find out who we face later in this episode. And away from home at Selhurst Park, we got a 1-0 victory in this one. With Gibbs White getting a goal in the 28th minute here to see us go 2 points behind Man City at the top of the table with this big win away from home here at Selhurst Park, like I mentioned. And surprisingly here in the second leg, we win this one as well. But I assumed it with the second team because the result didn't matter. We could have lost this game by a scoreline that was fairly favourable for Roma and still go through. But we'll go through 9-3 overall. With Harry Toffolo coming and scoring a goal. Richards getting a goal. Dominguez scoring in this one. And the second team get a win over Roma, which is very, very impressive for, well, our second team. However, our first team, held at home here to a 1-1 draw against Sheffield United with Castells scoring a goal for them. And Chris Wood equalising 4 minutes later. But we're going to get another goal in this game, which sees us drop points for the first time in a while in a very, very close title race and see us possibly go 3 points behind City or maybe 5 points depending on the result elsewhere. And against surprisingly bottom of the table Brentford here, we pick up a 2-1 victory with Jota Silva scoring late on and Roman Sosa scoring to get us a 2-1 victory in this game and see us remain in the title fight with City in this episode. Alright, so it's a familiar sight for us at Wembley Stadium, a cup final against Arsenal. So a couple of episodes ago would be Arsenal in the Carabao Cup final 3-0 at Wembley. So hopefully we can repeat that here and beat Arsenal to win the FA Cup and complete the double here. So the Premier League is still up for grabs. The Europa League, we're going to have the final after this game. Let's get into this one and hopefully beat Arsenal here to lift the FA Cup. To be awake for that, lad, because that ball has just gone straight across you and you could have easily got to that. But Trafford comes out and collects it. Love that from Hudson-Odoi there, keeping them guessing which way it's going to go. He switches it again. Chris Wood turn, hits it. Neto, good save. Lovely footwork there from Alanga. Finds Hudson-Odoi who's open, but Neto again makes a save there. The Brazilian does well. Okay, that touch there from Anderson was interesting. Good work from Nico Williams, good interception. And one player we need to get quiet is Jonathan David. He's the player that struggled against the most in this team of Arsenal. Saka, easy. But here's Alanga. Alanga to beat Gabriel and make it 1-0. He's done so. His confidence is back. He scores here at Wembley. And it's 1-0 Nottingham Forest here. And we want to win this game so Arsenal goes 6 seasons without a trophy under Mikel Arteta. See, IRL have not won a trophy under him since that FA Cup when he first took over, which doesn't really count, so see that was a half season for him. In a full season, in 5 seasons, IRL they haven't won a trophy. And this, if we win this here, we'll make it 6 in this series. And you'd love to see it. Alanga there scoring. He's back to his best, hopefully. I had to wait for Chris Wood to kind of move. Got to wait for an Ola and reading that from Jonathan David. Now here goes Danilo. So Danilo is so good in midfield, man. He's such a responsive player. Oh, Alanga, love that from you. Alanga is back to his best. I thought for a second he missed then. But it's 2-0 Forest. Alanga at the double. The post and in. The step overs sending Gabriel the wrong way. Then a burst of pace there from him. Breaks in behind. And the top right hand corner there, you see the stadium. That's where I was sat IRL watching the Sidemen charity match. One of the best views in the stadium up high in the corner. And Alanga there, great from him. Makes it 2-0. And a great finish as well, in off the post. And he's on for a hat-trick in this final, which is something I didn't expect to say after last episode, that he was going to be back to his best, scoring 3 goals so far in this episode and on for a hat-trick in this one. Oh no, here goes Jonathan David. The one player struggled to defend against in their team, Trafford. Big save needed from you. They've gone for the cross. Martinelli does score. It was the right decision in there from Jonathan David. And Martinelli makes it 2-1 to put him back in this game. I was not expecting that, to be fair. I thought he was going to shoot, and then when he crossed it, we were scrambling to recover. And Trafford couldn't get across the goal in time to stop the effort from Martinelli here. And Neco Williams should have blocked it, in my opinion. He moves out of the way of it. Oh, Gibbs White looked up on you. Oh, Gibbs White. Why not power shot just before the half-time break? Gibbs White. What a goal. The skills, the movement, the run, the finish. And that's one way to restore a 2-goal lead after conceding one before the half-time break. Bukayo Saka, a team of anti PSG fans called him in that game before, in that tifo. Malanga, can you win this against Calafiori? Oh, it's great strength there from Malanga. And a good turn as well to beat the Italian. And Malanga's still going, what strength here. And a good cut inside as well. Malanga is still going, keeping Calafiori guessing which way he's going to go. Can he beat Calafiori? He gives away the corner. And here goes Gabriel Martinelli here. The man who put them 1 goal behind us in this game, then his goal was put out straight away by Gibbs White's effort. Oh, Langa's denied there. It's a battle of the wingers in this game, seemingly. This fella, he's done well there. He's shut me down. Shot from range, blocked though, and now Neco Williams can get it clear. Arsenal again in this one, late on. You don't want to see that. Diomande. Oh, no. Trafford, what a save, but it's fell back to them. Please. Yes, Diomande. Whew. Not really too sure what happened there, but a great save on Trafford, a great block, and the ball somehow almost rolled into our net. Diomande recovered and hoofed it off the line there last second. And Chris Wood. Oh, I can't get the shot away. Gabriel stops him. Here's what's under the way. Alanga to Gibbs White. Gibbs White. And that's going to be a penalty against Calafiori. It's an interesting penalty. I want to see it again. There's definite contact. Calafiori is not happy about it. It's not a great game, Calafiori. Alanga's had him on strings. Yeah, you can see why it's given. And Alanga, opportunity for a hat-trick for Anthony Alanga here at Wembley in the FA Cup final. Can Anthony Alanga score a penalty to score a hat-trick in the final here? Of course he can. It's 4-1 here in the final. We beat Arsenal by 3 goals like we did in the Carabao Cup final at Wembley. And Alanga is the orchestrator of that, scoring 3 in this final here. As it gives what also scoring that incredible goal. And he scores a penalty, sending Neto the wrong way. I wasn't sure what I got Neto in there. He's made some good saves to be fair, Neto, but they should have Raya in it at least, you know what I mean? Oh, Calafiori, you need to forget about this game tomorrow. Oh, Erdegaard stopping Chris Wood there from getting himself a goal. But Calafiori's going to have nightmares of Alanga when he sleeps tonight, but we're going to have, a great night because we won the FA Cup, but we need to stay focused. Because after this game, after the celebrations here, we're going to take on a very, very tough team in the Europa League final. We're going to get into that next. But we win the FA Cup, the domestic double has been achieved. The treble is still on the line with the Premier League title. But also the Europa League is there for the quadruple possibly. What a game this was. What a performance it was. Drama. Throughout it all. Diomande with a goal line clearance at the end there. And Gibbs White with a great finish there from range. A great goal from him. He's gonna step up to lift the trophy. He deserves to do so. The captain of the team, a player. Now obviously he's being linked with moves away from Nottingham Forest IRL. But if I can do so, I want to keep him in this team. And if we win the quadruple this season, now I don't see why any players in this Forest team would want to leave. Because we're going to be in the Champions League. We could possibly win The Premier League as well. The FA Cup and the Carabao Cup have been won. The Europa League is there to be won. And guess what? The captain lifts the FA Cup. You'd love to see it. And let's get into the Europa League final up next. And as you can see here in the Europa League final, we're going to take it on Borussia Dortmund here at the Stadium Samba Mej in Bilbao. And hopefully we can win the Europa League here. After this one, we have 2 Premier League games left up to play against Chelsea at home, then against West Ham away from home a few days later. We currently sit 1 point behind Man City, top of the table. They have a game in hand against Fulham, which is their final game of the season. So if they win that game, they will go, 4 points ahead of us at the top of the table. So if we win against Chelsea and then beat West Ham, we win the Premier League. But let's get into this one first of all. Let's focus on completing a treble here and winning the Europa League. And then after that, worry about possibly winning the Premier League title. So obviously there is the trophy. We're trying to win the Europa League and bring European glory back to Nottingham Forest. They have won the Champions League on 2 occasions, I believe. Obviously here is our team going to the final. Our usual 11 with Trafford in goal now, taking over the first team role from Matt Souls. It's been great for us in this series, but obviously Trafford is the future first team goalkeeper for us. And also we need to check out the Dortmund team here at the second. And they've got a very, very good team. I don't think they made any signings from what I saw on the intro. We're going to cut to it here in a second. You can see the yellow support there with the yellow banners, the yellow flags, the yellow shirts of Dortmund fans. I see the red there of Nottingham Forest fans in the Stadium Samba Mej. You see here is the Dortmund team. And that's Pascal Gross, Anton, Emre Can, Adeyemi, Girassi, Bano Gittens, Julian Brandt, Gregor Kobel in goal, and Mecha. And many, many great players free at the back. So it's going to be a fairly possible easy team to break down. But that attack is going to be a tough one to beat. Sabitz is always a great player. Gittens, Adeyemi, and some great players in their team. Let's get into this final and hopefully defeat, Dortmund here to win the Europa League here. But as of right now, this game is the most important game for us. There's Chris Wood early on, but that's going to be good defending there. It's a physical challenge there. Forest fans want a penalty, or at least a free kick, but the referee's not going to give it. And Sabitzer here. Here's Eddie Anderson, deep line playmaker again for this game. Sabitzer, the Austrian on the attack there, but there is Anderson getting the ball off him, but Ismail got the ball back. Grassi, great challenge from Diamande. There's been a player that's been linked to Dortmund, if I'm not mistaken, in the past. Great work there from him. Oh, but there's a Mecha reading us there, and Gibbs White goes down. Thankfully, no injury for him, hopefully anyway. That's going to be a throw-in for them. So it's been a fairly fast game so far. You would expect it from a final, to be fair, against 2 teams like ourselves and Dortmund. Schlotterbeck in there crunching Elanga. Luckily he got the ball, because that would have been a red card for him if it wasn't. Like a fair challenge here. Sabitzer driving forward though. Great block there from Diamande. One Dortmund player's there to stop us, but great play. Wood back in. Oh, Hudson-Odoi blocked it by Schlotterbeck. I shouldn't have gone for the return ball so quickly, but I didn't expect Hudson-Odoi to get caught on Schlotterbeck like that there. It should have possibly been an advantage there, because Hudson-Odoi did get obstructed there by Schlotterbeck, where it is, just for the half-time break. You have one more chance at Anderson. Into Elanga, Schlotterbeck. It's the ball into Julian Brandt. Brandt here, lays it back off to Grassi. And thankfully for us, Julian Brandt was offside, because I thought for a second the referee gave a penalty for something that wasn't even a penalty. Oh, blocked there. Back though into Gibbs White though. This time Hudson-Odoi here. There's room to roam into Hudson-Odoi, but there is Anton. Great defending from him. Anthony Elanga here. What a pass there by Williams. And that Gibbs White here. Finesse shot from him. Gibbs White shoots, and what a save by Kobel. Marcel Sabitzer. Great challenge there from Nico Williams. Gittins though back to Sabitzer here. Great challenge from Nico Williams again though. They've had a great battle on that side there. To be honest, I feel like Elanga should be attacking more, but it's playing more defensive. Probably because of Elanga, but speaking of Elanga, here he goes. Could he beat Emre Can? Yes, he does, but he's taken down from behind, and possibly a red card for the captain of Dortmund in Emre Can. In the Europa League final, he hacks down Elanga from behind on a breakaway, and it's a red card for Can. It wasn't last man, but it's a denial of a clear goal scoring opportunity. It's what should have happened to Dean Henderson in the FA Cup final, but you know, it is what it is. It's a free kick here for us now. They're down to 10 men. They've had to make a change. And Alanga here, can he whip in a good cross? It is a good cross, looking for Gibbs White, but it's going to be cleared though by Anton. But still, we're now up by one man. And you can see the advantage here. Chris Wood has room for the first time in this game, and he shoots, but it's at the post. Gibbs White. Danilo, edge of the box, power shot from him, and we'll break the deadlock. It's the Brazilian, a diminutive midfielder, in Danilo. There was acres of space, and left-hand side of the goal was screaming his name. The power shot, not the best. Coble should save it. He should be saving that. It's straight at him pretty much. It's a good area for him to save it. It goes through his hands, but we don't care, because we take the lead courtesy of that man right there. Go back there from Murillo. Grassi, go back there from Diamande. Stotterbeck hits the ball. How? This game, man. You saw the power go up there when it fell back to my defender. After it hits the crossbar here, there. Why is he taking like 2 or 3 touches? Look at that. Of course, man. Of course. Go on, Hudson Odoi. I'll shot it, see you later. And again. But he can't get a shot away, but he's gone through and he shoots and he scores. Schlotterbeck has some luck at the other end, and we get ours at the other. An instant reply. The man who's scored for them is the man who is at fault for this one, for his scoring, in Nico Schlotterbeck, the German. Hudson Odoi does well. He somehow gets through there and he scores. I don't care, because that goal from Dortmund shouldn't have happened. We take a 2-1 lead in this one. And that red card has been better for the game, because this game's opened up, like I mentioned. It's not been good for Dortmund, but it's been good for the game overall, and it's been great for us. No. Pascal Gross. Anthony Lowe. Adeyemi. Ball in. It's over Gittins, Brandt. And that's going to be handballed against them, and the game's done. We just got to hoof this with Trafford. And we have won the Europa League. We deserve it. And it's cut to the trophy lift and get into the final 2 games of the Premier League season and possibly win the Premier League title and make it a quadruple. But the treble was done. And what a game this was after the red card for memory chat. It was a good game before, but let's get to the trophy lift. And here we are, the trophy lift here in the Europa League. And really for the first time in Forest history, we get to lift the Europa League. So they won 2 Champions League titles. That's what they got 2 stars with their badge. But a third one should be added for this one, because the Europa League is added to the trophy cabinet alongside the FA Cup and Carabao Cup this season. But it could also be a Premier League title being lifted by Gibbs White in a few moments in this episode. But the Europa League is won. And let's get into the final 2 games of the season in the Premier League and hopefully, somehow, win a quadruple this season. Alright, so it's time to get into the penultimate game of season 1 in the Premier League as well. And we're going to get into this game against Chelsea at home. As you can see, Man City are away at Fulham. And Fulham right now in the Premier League, I believe they're like kind of mid-table. They're 11th, okay. They're not an easy team to beat, but obviously Man City are most likely going to beat Fulham, which means that we'll go to the final game of this season against West Ham most likely. If we win this game, we'll stay 1 point behind it. We need to win this game against Chelsea And we could draw, I believe, as well. So I think we can win the league, even if we draw this game. But I think we definitely need to win. If we lose against Chelsea and the title is over, Man City will win the league, if I'm not mistaken, if they win their game against Fulham. If they don't win against Fulham and we lose here, then we could possibly win it away at West Ham. Let's get into this one here. At home against Chelsea and hopefully continue our great performance that they put in. So far this episode has seen us win 2 trophies and also hopefully wrap up the 3rd here to complete the treble and make it a quadruple for us in this season. We win here, we crown champions of the Premier League. I see the chances of that happening are fairly low, but up against Chelsea here, we should be the better team in this game in terms of performance-wise, and hopefully can beat them like we have done previously in this series. We did last time we faced them in the league, I believe Hudson-Odoi scored 2 or 3 goals against them. I'm not mistaken. I think he scored 2 goals and got in the assist against his former team. A great start to this game here with us with possession. Danilo gives White through here to Elanga early on. Finesse shot on his right foot there, goes into the top corner of the goal there. When he hit that on his right foot, I didn't expect that to go in. But Anthony Elanga has just scored a big goal in the race to the Premier League title. Because this win, if we do win this game, Jurgensen couldn't save it. It's a great finish there from Elanga. And it's a great bit of play to start the game off with. But if we win this game against Chelsea and Man City draw or lose, the Premier League title is in our hands. If they win, it's still in our hands because we will have to beat West Ham, and we should beat West Ham away from home. Obviously, it would be nice to win the trophy here at the City Ground and lift it here instead of at the London Stadium. But obviously, that depends on if Man City. That would only happen if Man City lose their game. Cole Palmer as well. So they recently do a Chelsea series on the channel, but here's Cole Palmer. Shot taken, and that's gone in. How has that ended up in the back of the net? We need to see an angle from behind because Trafford, he's got to save that. Like, any goalkeeper's got to save that. The only way they won't be able to save that is if they're 4'7". You know what I mean? If you have Chris Ndee in goal, that ain't going to be saved. But Trafford should be saving that. It's level again here. But Chris Wood's open. Chris Wood now back to Danilo. He's scored a long shot previously. Can he do the same again? Possibly if he get an opportunity. Gives White. Elanga, the man who put us ahead. Into Chris Wood. Chris Wood shoots Jurgensen, makes the save for the league. So maybe they could get into 5th. Here's Jadon Sancho. Ball in. That's going to be Trafford's though to collect. Hudson-Odoi is stopped by Acheampong, who last time we played them, Acheampong had a bad game against Hudson-Odoi. It's going to be free to Madueke, Ola Aina, to try and stop Madueke from whipping it in. He's done so though, and Nico Williams is there to head it away. I was a little bit too hesitant there to do so, and that's going to cost me here, possibly a goal. Here's Palmer. Diamandid, a great defending there against him. Oh no, has he intercepted that? Palmer. Across, great save Trafford, stopping Nicholas Jackson for making it 2-1. It's a very even game. Here's Ola Aina though, making the move forward here. Ola Aina. Trying to bait the challenge. There we go. Ola Aina is in here. Across to Chris. Whoa, it's 2-1. Great movement there from Ola Aina. Playing on the what's the word I'm looking for? Then I'm not sure what to say, but basically playing on how young Acheampong is. The fact he doesn't have the experience there, that's what I was looking for. And he made that challenge. Allowed Ola Aina through, and Chris Wood wide open, finds the back of the net there. A great finish. And there was a great save up one in by Trafford to keep us ahead in this one. But Jurgensen at the other end couldn't do the same. And Chris Wood puts us back ahead in this one. I think I may have said to keep us ahead, I meant to say keep us level. And stop Chelsea from going ahead. But here's Sancho, just attack. Danilo looking for Hudson-Odoi. Here's Hudson-Odoi just for the hard time. Can we get a 2-goal lead? It's done incredible to get past Badia Show, and he's done so. Callum Hudson-Odoi, the former Chelsea Youth Academy player, has put us 2 goals clear at the City Ground before half time. And Badia Show just got spanned there. And you can see right there, expected him to go maybe to the right there for the finesse, but he went to the left and then hit it across goal. And we have a 2-goal lead in this game. And to Chelsea looked like they were going to get a goal. We scored 2. fairly quickly. And we're currently lead, and depending on if Fulham do their job and beat C, right now we are Premier League champions. Over to Jadon Sancho, obviously was very good for us in that team as well. Sancho whips it in, that's a great cross though. Jackson, Trafford, good save though. Cat wide here to Kubo. Yeah, to Nicholas Jackson. That's good defending there from Ola Aina. And Co to stop them. Over an hour gone in this game, and we are, right now, if Man City draw or lose, Premier League champions. Sancho, he's done well there to beat Diamande. Shot taken by Jackson, Trafford, good save. Here's Havageda. Cole Palmer, it's a great pass into Jackson, and that's a big miss. Oh, no. Here comes Chelsea. Sancho later on. Trying to get one more consolation goal for them. And he's somehow not going down for a penalty there. Trafford, what a save though. And depending on the animation we get, I don't think we're Premier League champions now. I think City beat them. And there's another free kick. Why is the referee giving free kicks? Just end the game. You know, Elanga just smashed that. Elanga, if that went in, are we Premier League champions? Did Fulham at least draw, or at most draw, or did City win? We're Premier League champions. Fulham must have drew or beat City. We've won the quadruple. We've gone undefeated up until, well, we need to submit the game against West Ham. But that game technically doesn't matter now. If we lose that game, it is what it is. We won't be undefeated. What matters is we're champions of the Premier League. We've won the Carabao Cup, the FA Cup, the Europa League, and the Premier League. And Nottingham Forest are well and truly back here. Next season, we go big for the Champions League. We've won everything else. The only trophy that matters now is the Champions League next season. Gives White steps up to lift the Premier League trophy a player. Now, if we get a big offer for him, could be a player we have to sell. You know, a team like Real Madrid, Barcelona, etc. If they come in for him, we might have to sell him, but I don't want to sell him. He's great in the team. I want to keep so many players in this team, but we need to obviously make changes to make this team better. But as of right now, we're going undefeated in the Prem. We've won the Europa League, we've won the Carabao Cup and the FA Cup. We've won the quadruple. And Forest are back. One more trophy lift, and let's get into the stats of the players. And just for good measure, to stay undefeated, we beat West Ham here away from home 2-0 with Chris Wood and Danilo getting goals in this game. Let's check out the stats and talk about this team. And maybe, I don't think we can win the Ballon d'Or, maybe. I don't think you can win the Ballon d'Or without winning the Champions League, but we will find out next season, actually. I was going to say I'm going to sim to November, but that won't make a difference because that will literally be simming to next season. But maybe we could win a Ballon d'Or next season with one of our players. But to get into the stats of the players, and as you can see, Chris Wood in one of his final seasons for us here at Nottingham Forest, he won't be our first team striker next season, but he's got 26 goals and 14 assists. 40 goal involvements in 39 games. It's insane from a 33-year-old striker with 50-something pace. Now, he's done better than some strikers I've used. He's done better than like Osimhen. You know what I mean? Like, he's actually done better than Osimhen for me in this series. Anthony Elanga, 24 goals and 10 assists. A 1 year 19 and 3. Hudson-Odoi 16 and 10. Jota Silva, insane season. Same with Ramon Sosa. Gibbs White, 31 goal involvements with 21 assists and 10 goals. Constantine has 5 and 12 as well from him. Good to see that from the young Greek talent. Oscarson with 7 goals in 13 games. He did pretty good for himself in the second team and in the first team every now and again. But Gibbs White, what a season he had. And the player that we possibly could sell next season, but I don't want to sell anyone from this team realistically. I want to keep the team as it is. He's the captain. You know, he's a big player for us. But like I said, if Real Madrid come in for him, Barcelona, it would be hard to say no to. But at the same time, would it be hard considering, you know, we're going to be in the Champions League next season. We've won the Premier League undefeated. This team is incredible. Obviously, drop in the comments about the players which is signed for season 2. And well, let's get into that next episode. And what an episode this was. Drop a like and subscribe if you've enjoyed it. And well, for winning the quadruple, you should probably drop a like and subscribe in appreciation of that. Thank you for watching, and goodbye.